You awake to the toll of a bell, a sound ancient and solemn, echoing through the void. It calls to you, stirring something deep within your soul. The age of fire is on the brink of collapse. What is this duty that pulls at you, relentless and cruel? You find yourself drawn to a place, a sanctuary, that holds more questions than answers. The Firelink Shrine, a place where embers flicker, stories collide, and the burden of choice looms over all.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one.
Greetings, builders and friends. Ursus Vox here, with another build and another story. Today we're stepping into one of the most interesting places in gaming, the Firelink Shrine from Dark Souls 3. Together we'll recreate this mysterious and iconic location, unraveling its purpose and symbolism along the way. Our story begins with the first flame, the origin of life, warmth, and light. As the first fire was lit, the age of fire began. It gave rise to gods and men alike, dividing the world into light and dark, life and death, heat and cold. The first flame's power shaped the world, but it also gave rise to its eventual downfall. However, the flame was never meant to burn forever. From the moment it was lit, it began to fade. And so too did the power of the gods and the strength of humanity. To preserve the light, powerful beings, known as the Lords of Cinder, sacrificed themselves to rekindle the flame, prolonging the Age of Fire. But this act came at a terrible cost, locking the world into a repeating cycle of light and dark, fire and ash, where sacrifices needed to be made to keep the fire lit and the dark at bay. With the cycle came the curse of the undead. Those marked by the curse are doomed to an endless spiral of death and resurrection, slowly losing their humanity with each passing cycle. They become hollow, their purpose eroded by despair. From the ashes of this dying world, you rise, not as a chosen hero or a cursed wanderer, but as unkindled ash, those who failed to link the fire in ages past, but are called upon once more to finish the task. Your struggle is not just against the world, it's against yourself as well. As unkindled, you bear the burden of choice, knowing that every step forward brings you closer to making the decision of either sacrifice, and with that keep the current cycles of fire and ash alive, or taking action at bringing in a completely new and unknown era. And so, you find yourself at the cliff's side. From here, you can see endless mountains, stretching in every direction. With the fire being at the brink of life, you feel how cold and still the world has become. Atop the cliff, and through the cemetery of ash, the Firelink Shrine is where your journey begins. As in purpose, so too in preparation, to return the Lords of Cinder and to relink the first flame. The shrine is a crumbling sanctuary, standing as a monument to past cycles of fire and ash. Flickering embers light the darkened halls, while the central flame burns low, casting shadows on the empty thrones. Its architecture is layered with history, echoing stories of those who came before you. The thrones surrounding the central bonfire, waiting for the Lords of Cinder to return. Each throne tells a tale of those who once linked the fire, powerful beings who rose to greatness, only to abandon their duties. This space is a crossroad, existing beyond time, a refuge for those who bear the burden of choice. It is here that you meet the Firekeeper, a guardian bound to the flame.
I'm a firekeeper. I tend to the flame and tend to thee.
Their purpose is as ancient as the fire itself, to serve as the protectors of the flame, sacrificing their humanity to tend to its needs. The Firekeeper of the shrine speaks softly, her words carrying a mixture of melancholy and resolve. She understands the weight of your journey, offering quiet encouragement as you struggle against both the darkness and your own limitations. Their duty is bittersweet. They guide the unkindled with resolve, knowing that their journey will end in either sacrifice or failure. To rekindle the flame is to surrender one's life, becoming fuel for the fire to prolong an age that is destined to end. To refuse is to let the world fall into darkness, where uncertainty and chaos await. Alongside the Firekeeper, you meet other inhabitants, who each serve a purpose.
Ah, another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends, with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots. Don't you think? What a sick joke. Asking us to seek the Lords of Cinder.
One of the first souls you encounter at the shrine is Hawkwood, a knight stripped of his honor. A deserter of the Abyss Watchers, Hawkwood embodies the despair that haunts the unkindled. His story is one of failure and regret, a grim reminder of what becomes of those who falter in their purpose.
Well, fancy that. A lost lamb wandereth in, with nary a peep from the bell. Well, thou shouldst my purpose know. What can this old handmaid provide thee?
The handmaiden, a frail and mysterious vendor, offers tools and treasures to aid you on your journey. Her wares, while practical, are imbued with a sense of foreboding, as if each tool carries the weight of those who failed before you. Connection to the flame and her cryptic dialogue hint at her deeper understanding of the cycles.
You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust? A toilsome journey, I'd wager. You'll require good arms. Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith, such is my purpose.
The blacksmith, a robust and tireless craftsman, remains at his forge, helping you strengthen your weapons and prepare for the trials ahead. His steadfastness is a quiet reminder of the importance of perseverance. And as your journey continues, others can be recruited to take refuge in the shrine, each bringing their own stories, skills, and burdens. Let's not forget about the Lords of Cinder, the remnants of those who once linked the fire. They are beings of immense power, but also immense tragedy. Each but one of the lords has abandoned their throne, refusing to sacrifice themselves again to prolong the Age of Fire. You must confront them, champions who once gave everything to the flame, but now cling to their fragmented existence. Their stories are bittersweet. From Eldritch, the devourer of gods, to Yorm, the giant who sacrificed himself for his people. They are relics of an age that refuses to die, and defeating them is as much of an act of mercy as it is of necessity. The one lord who did not leave his throne, for his legs carry him no more, is Lord Ludleth of Corland, a small yet resolute figure who sits upon his throne at the shrine, is a stark contrast to the other lords who abandoned their duty. Though his body is frail, his spirit remains unbroken.
Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones will take 5 lords as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast-fading flame must be linked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire. So it is, I became a Lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a colossus.
Ludlet's words carry the weight of experience and the conviction of a soul that has embraced sacrifice. Unlike his peers, he views the linking of the fire not as a curse, but as an honor. He serves as a reminder that strength comes in many forms, and that even the smallest among us can bear the greatest burdens. Ludlet's unwavering presence is a testament to the resolve needed to face the choices that lie ahead. Your journey as unkindled ash is one of pain, doubt, and relentless struggle. You are not a chosen hero. You are a failed remnant of the past age, tasked with completing what others could not. The weight of the flame grows heavier with each step, testing your resolve and pushing you to your limits.
The 5 lords sit their 5 thrones, all thanks to thee, most worthy of lords. Ashen One, with the Lords as thy witness, bend thy knee afore the bonfire's coiled sword, and let the Lord's embers acknowledge thee as their true heir, a true lord, fit to link the fire, ashen one, with the Lord's as thy witness, bend thy knee afore the bonfire's coiled sword, and let the Lord's embers acknowledge thee as their true heir, a true lord, fit to link the fire.
Will you rekindle the flame, sacrificing yourself to prolong an age that cannot last? Or will you let the world fall into darkness, embracing an uncertain future where chaos reigns? Every journey in Dark Souls begins and ends with fire, but how you shape that story is up to you. The Firelink Shrine is not just a place, it's a reflection of the choices we all face. Do we cling to what is familiar, even if it brings suffering, or do we embrace the unknown, risking everything for a chance at something new? Thank you for joining me on this journey into the world of Dark Souls. If you enjoyed this build, please like, subscribe, and all that other shiny stuff. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And as always, links are in the description. Until next time, cheers.